Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. Okay. What's going on, y'all? This your girl, Neek Speaks. Welcome to another episode of Candid Conversations. It's not Friday, it's hump day. I can't believe it's Wednesday. It came so quick. And I'm on, vacation from school, and it's still going by very, very fast. Only got 2 more weeks. Jesus, after this, I go back into the schoolhouse. But I hope you all having a wonderful evening. Um, Tonight, we're going to be jumping into another sneak peek of our conference that's coming, or summit that's coming up in October. And we have, of course, she's not really a guest. This is family. She is not a stranger to Candid Conversations or to the Relationship Conference or the Men's and Women's Summit. She's been in all of the things. She was actually hosted my birthday, 35th birthday. So I appreciate Victoria and all that she does, all the things that she does. She is a quiet storm. I call her quiet storm. But I want her to go ahead and take it away and tell the people who you are.
Uh, as Nick said, my name is Victoria, and I am known as Coach Mommy in the fitness world. A little background about me: I professionally am a respiratory therapist. That's what I do for a living. I'm also a wife of Does Two Fit, and mother of three beautiful children, ages 20, 12, and 13. I am also a licensed nutritionist, behavioral health coach, hormonal change specialist, and personal trainer. And I just enjoy doing what I do. I love helping people. And so I just put my aspects into what I do to try to better everybody's lives.
That is so amazing. You kind of answered the first question without me even asking. We're going to go in a little bit, but before we do that, I want to tell the people a little bit about the conference that's coming up. So, this is our Men's and Women's Summit. If you missed us in March, that is okay. Our theme this year is overcoming generational trauma. And with this particular summit, we are going to dive deeper into the topics that we did discuss in March. But this time, we're going to go into identifying the change within. We were giving you guys a lot of awareness back in March. Now we are going to dive deeper into identify the exact thing that you know you need to change in order for you to get the results that you're looking for. But you have to be willing to give yourself the grace to unlearn and learn a new perspective and learning how to cope with healthier practices in your everyday walk. So I want to give you a little context behind the conference before we go into this conversation. So here's the icebreaker. If you
All
had an
right.
option where where would you live or want to live for the rest of your life? If you had an option.
It doesn't matter particularly specifically where. I don't have a where, but that place is a place where I feel I can come home to where I can reset always. So if I had to pick a place to live, so I mean, I'm a fall girl. I love fall, but I also do love being on the beach. Like I can see myself being there. So it's like I can see myself in different elements, but ultimately where I would want to be is a place that keeps me centered, helps me find that peace, because life is going to life. You're going to get stressed out. There's no avoiding it. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen. Wherever I reside is just a place where I just can sit down and just take it in and just be like, well, at least I got this, and it can help me just kind of take that deep breath and just so.
Yeah, yeah. I want to let you know you're kind of breaking up a little bit. So while I'm talking, you can make sure your connection is good because you're kind of breaking up just a little bit.
All right, I
Yeah.
apologize.
So as she adjusts, I'm going to move a little bit. So I like that answer that you gave. I for me, I want to be around water. So like a beach, if I can just retire at a beach somewhere. That's where I want to be by the water. I can think when I'm at the water. Okay, so that's my go-to. I like to write things down and then put them in the water so that I can release whatever it is that I need to release myself from. So that's just, something special for me. And I gotta have my sun. Gotta have sunlight. I need that.
Yes.
Um, we all need the vitamin D. Amen. So we're going to go. So, the thing about Victoria, what she's going to be doing during the summit, she's going to be talking to our women in particular about fitness, but from a different perspective. And also, she'll be a part of our panel discussion with our women about sisterhood. And we're going to be going in about, I have a whole lot that I need to share concerning sisterhood because the math is not mathing out here. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that for now because I got a lot to say. But I
Yes.
want to bring it back full circle. So I know you said in the beginning, you gave the brief synopsis of why to your profession. But can we go a little bit deeper? Why you chose to become a respiratory therapist?
That goes a little deeper into my middle child was born with a rare respiratory defect. And we had no idea that she was going to have this issue when she was born. I had a completely normal pregnancy, completely normal birth, everything. We found out at 3 days old that she had these issues, required surgery at 9 days old. Eventually, she had to be trached, which is a breathing tube in your neck. And she came home on a ventilator and every other piece of equipment you can think of. So I had like a little ICU at home. And this is at a time where I had zero medical background, knew nothing of anything of this. I was thrust into this world. And after a while, I was just like, okay, I kind of know everything about this. Why not get paid for it? So I ended up going back to school, started with night classes, and ended up getting accepted into the program. And the rest is history. And I mean, I absolutely enjoy patient care. Before this, I was in the healthcare industry, but I was on the business end. So I was credentialing doctors. I was doing all of the back end kind of thing. So being direct with patients and everything, this just fueled my passion further into the other aspect, like with my husband, with our wellness company, and helping individuals and organizations become the best versions of themselves.
I love that. I just love that you took your pain as fuel to help you understand more about, what your daughter was going through and then how you can actually enhance your knowledge by going back and to give back and going to that profession full time. I think that speaks volumes. And as you guys can see, this is again, she's not talking the talk, she's walking the walk, and it's not easy. People look at pictures and think that your life is just this beautiful gowns, wonderful gowns, but there's a story behind every picture, every video. And so I appreciate you sharing that piece with us. And Summer's doing well, okay? She don't look like what she been through.
She is the typical 13-year-old. So
Yeah.
I'm going through it with her. She's that typical 13-year-old girl. So yeah, don't
We.
get it twisted. Homegirl she's all in. Pray
I
for
love
me.
it.
That's all I'm saying. Pray for
So
me.
oh, I will, but I know that's touchy. 13. Yeah, I remember when I was 13. You remember you were 13. Ladies, y'all watching the replay. Y'all know how you were at 13. Thank the Lord we didn't have social media back in the day. Oh God. Okay.
Mhm. Yes.
So let's go into this a little bit deeper about, and now I want to go into the fitness side just a little bit because I know
Mhm.
last time we did a virtual interview with you and Desi, and I mentioned how people go to the gym, they work out, they lose the weight, but they're still insecure. And it's because they have yet to deal with it from a mental standpoint. And I said, what's the point of losing weight if your mindset is not changing? And there's a lot more to that because I'm on a healing journey and I cannot wait till you and Desi partner with David because it's a whole nother piece that you guys I know can complement what God is doing with you all with your brand. Working with him is a whole nother level. And so I'm on this journey. I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm starting to see things a little bit different when it comes to mindfulness, and also what I'm doing with my body. Like my appetite has changed because my mindset has changed, and also going through the process of releasing myself from a lot of trauma. So my question is, what is our number one problem in losing weight in the first place?
In short answer, because you have the wrong why. The reason why you're starting it is wrong. So if you are going into your fitness journey because, oh, I want to lose this weight for my birthday, well, guess what? When your birthday done, so's that journey, and you right back to where you started. So once you change your mindset to understand that that why needs to be more significant, more speaking to what's inside you and your soul, like a long-term goal. We all want to lose weight. We all want to look better. We all have things that we want to change about ourselves physically. But if mentally you're going into it for the wrong reasons, that is the biggest thing that we deal with. And that I witness the most is the why is wrong. It's you're not doing it for the right reasons, which is why it's always a short term, and you find yourself in that hamster wheel, just chasing your tail constantly because you're never picking the right reason to why you need to do it. It's never, you are never the reason why. It's something else is your motivation.
Ooh, I'm about to hang up on you, okay? Because that right there, that last part, that's it right there, okay? You have to know your why, and it should come from a healthy place. It
Hmm.
shouldn't come from an insecure place. Hello, somebody.
Yep.
Your why should come from a healthy place. How do you want to feel on the inside? And I know when we did my plan, and I know one thing I did mention that I want to look better, but number one thing I told you was I want to feel better. And when you start changing your language, when you start saying how you want to feel, now you're showing yourself and others, okay, you are aware of self.
Yep.
But when you're not aware of self and you are just, focusing on the ideology of what you should look like based on what you see on social media and on the TV, or what people are saying, now you're not living for you. You are living for other people or their expectation of you.
Yeah,
But
and just to add on that real quick is that when you are so focused on the other things instead of you you don't forgive yourself. You don't practice forgiveness with yourself. So if you do fall short on a particular day, this is when you're the hardest on yourself, and then you look at yourself the next day, and then and it's that it just snowballs down from there. And when you come from a place of acceptance of yourself, okay, this is how I am now. This is me. I can't. This is me. This is where I'm at, and I know where I want to go. But if you are in a place where you're doing it for you and yourself and how that self is going to evolve during that journey, you're more forgiving of yourself when you have the setbacks.
you better preach. Come on. Come on. That's the truth right there. And I say this, I speak to my belly, I speak to my arm, I speak to my thighs. Listen, I speak to myself. When you start to speak over yourself, you feel more confident and you're secure in who you are. And you're not sizing yourself up against somebody else, but
Mhm.
you are paying more attention to yourself and giving yourself that grace and that love, that self-love that you desperately need at the end of the day. You shouldn't be looking for other people to love you. You should be loving on yourself first. All right, I don't want
Exactly.
to go into that. See, we're going to the conference. Let's not go into the conference. So speaking of state of mind, why is mindfulness? Because I know your platform, you guys speak on that so much. I don't know any other fitness platform that talks about mindfulness as much as you guys do, the way you do it. So why is it important to fitness, and how is it linked to our relationships?
I mean, if you have issues with yourself, if you think lowly of yourself, if you're not confident with yourself, that is inevitably going to affect your relationships around you, and especially if you have a partner. because you just kind of said it, because then you're going to rely on that person that you're with to validate you. And the thing is, it's not their job to validate you, it's their job to support you. And so when you don't practice the mindfulness of coming within and understanding, again, I'll say it again, accepting the fact this is where I'm at. It may not be where I want to stay, but this is where I'm at, and I love me nonetheless. And your partner's going to love you too, especially too, and they're going to support you along that journey. But if you're coming from a place of negativity with yourself and you're looking for that partner to fill your cup where you're not, you're letting that water sit low, and you think they're going to fill you up, it's going to become too exhausting for them to continuously. They may try, but it's going to become exhausting, and it's going to burn out the relationship, because at some point they're going to be like, I don't know what else to do. And because it was never supposed to be their job. It's
Ooh,
okay. Your partner's supposed to tell you, yeah, you look cute, you look good, and, hype you up. But it's not their job to make you feel like the woman you're supposed, like looking you to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm beautiful, I accept her. That's not their job to do that. That's got to come from you.
come on, that is so good. And that's a state of selfishness too. We don't go into that. Yeah, come to the conference for that because I'm gonna talk about that. Because
Mhm.
when you operate from a selfish place, you are putting more damage onto the relationship. And you're also showing that you're not emotionally or intelligent or available to even deal with yourself, and you're relying on the other person who's already at peace with who they are. Hello,
Mhm.
somebody. Let me stop.
Yep.
Let me stop. Let me stop. Y'all gotta come. Y'all gotta come to the summit. So I want to ask you this because again, you guys have been married over how many years?
Married 15 in January. Yep.
Yes, come on, 15 years of marriage. So when it comes to mindfulness, when it comes to fitness, and then our relationships, I want to ask you, how have you guys changed over time in your marriage when it comes to mindfulness?
In regards to,
And in regards to again building your family, your finances. You guys are a bundle. You have finances. You guys do fitness. You guys have your own jobs as well, and you have your family. So how are you guys mindful when it comes to all of the things?
I can speak for me, and you can say that question for Des when you get him. But for
Yes.
me, is that I became more aware of what I am not capable of doing or what I struggle with, and then finding out areas in which I actually thrived and was surprised about it. So my mindfulness came from seeing that Jekyll Hyde part of me, like, the things that it's just like I'm knocking it out the park, and then the other part where I'm falling apart. It's just like I can't, and so my journey was trying to figure out that balance and understanding what that means for me, because again, I can't rely on him to do all of that for me. There's things that I'm a look for, and there's things I expect him to support me on. But as far as mindfulness for myself, was being more mindful of my capabilities and my abilities, what I do well with, and making sure I'm giving myself props for that. And then the things that I am short on or can do better, even if I still fall short, to not get down on myself and think of myself as a failure, or think of myself as, beating myself down because I could do better. I mean, of course I could. Nobody's perfect, but that was the thing I had to understand, that I'm not going to get everything right the first time. I'm not going to get everything right perfectly. So it's just practicing that mindfulness of being self aware of what my capabilities, my strengths, and my weaknesses, and what I need to work on and what I need to continue to build upon.
Ooh, that is so good. Ladies, are you mindful about your weaknesses? Are you mindful about your strengths in your singleness? Because a lot of your flaws come out when you get into a relationship. So are you being a good steward over your mindfulness, over your weaknesses, over your strengths? And know that whoever God has is creating for you, they're going to be strong in the areas where you're weak. That's how it
Mhm.
goes. We're supposed to be compatible and suitable for each other, But we have to know that you're not going to go come into a relationship knowing it all. It is a journey, and you have to give yourself grace. Like Victoria said, that she had to learn certain things, and then add into the equation, you have children. Now it's a whole nother level. You got to learn how to do certain things, because again, now you done brought life into the earth. Okay, they're looking at me as their go-to. And so I get that a lot from my parents I deal with in the school. Like, I don't know what to do. Can you help me? And I'm like, I don't have kids of my own, but I do have wisdom, and I have some
Mhm.
mentees under me. And I've been in the game working with kids for a long time. So I've learned the language of children. So just again, being mindful, being aware is so important in your single life, if you're married, be aware. You cannot expect your partner to know everything. Like you said, there are some things you have to do along the way. And Desi is a cheerleader, okay? Desi will cheer everybody on. I know. And so, and Victoria is as well. Victoria, like I said, she's a quiet storm, but when she gets going, Coach Mommy coming out, and you about to listen to Coach Mommy, okay, or die. No, but I want you to think about the importance of being mindful of your weaknesses and be okay with them. A lot of times we're not okay with our weaknesses. I know I'm not. I know I'm
Mhm.
not. I'm humbled every time somebody get me together. Okay, like me, calm down. Oh man, but we think we right. I'm a Taurus, so you think I'm right, but then I be wrong, and they're like, dang, all right, I gotta get it together. So it's just that I'm be keeping it real. This is what you're going to get during the summit. I'm telling you, you guys should consider coming to the summit in October. The information is on the website, and I want to tell you that this summit is not for everybody. I'm looking for people who are looking to grow, personal growth, who are seekers, who are trauma survivors. We are not here for everybody. We are here for people who really want to understand how they can heal from the inside out and give themselves the grace to do so. So, one last question I'm going to ask you is why should people attend the summit?
Look, if you are somebody who's trying to understand, like if you truly are looking for like a true partner, and when I say a partner, I'm not saying we're looking for a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a partner, somebody that you want to build, share, and just truly try to understand the give and the take and the ups and the downs. Because at the end of the day, this summit is going to teach you about the different aspects of what a relationship is, how a relationship works, and you're going to hear from real people, like myself and my husband. And then we also have other married couples that are there, married longer than us. And, you're going to hear some valuable information that's really going to help guide you. And again, it's not for the week. I mean, it's going to make you think, it's going to make you reflect, it's going to make you go within, and you're going to go home and you probably go look at yourself in the mirror for a minute, like, but it's going to be good because it's going to make you really sit and think about what you do truly want in your current relationship you're in, or what you might seek in a partner going forward. So it's definitely going to set you on the right path with the right information and getting that right mindset.
Yes, we have an amazing lineup. And like I always say, we are not talking to be talking. We all have went to school. We do our research. All of the
Mhm.
topics that we're going to be covering, we have actually done some our homework, and have applied a lot of the strategies to our own individual lives. And so, one thing about me, y'all know I'm not going to bring anybody on my platform that I don't trust. That's not walking the walk, because a lot of people, they will go to fluff first before they come over to me, because they know that we're going to bring the truth, okay, and it'll make you cringe. That's what we want to happen. If we are not making you cringe, that we're not doing our job, and that's the problem. That's a problem for me. Okay, I want you to walk away like, oh my gosh, I gotta make a change. But the good thing about this is that not only are you walking away in your thoughts, you're going to have practical tools that you'll be able to implement after the summit. We're gonna be doing some role playing, some scenarios we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be going in. We want you to come in feeling confident about what you're going to receive, and when you go out, now you're able to use new information, how to pursue a woman, how to speak to a man, okay, the right way, so you can get different results. Because a lot of y'all been doing the same thing over and over again, like you said about the whole mindfulness and the fitness. We've been doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result. But you gotta be willing to give yourself the grace to gain a new discipline, all right, in order to change where you are in your life. So I am running a special right now for the early bird. So I'm gonna say this, we're gonna keep it real. People say, I went to your website and I was like, is these prices right? Yes, they are. The price is the price, y'all. The speakers that I have, they are not speaking for free. They love me. They love me. But they also have a home they got to deal with and all the stuff, all the things. I have to support them and invest in them. So the price is the price, y'all. But I do have a discount right now for everybody who wants to get in on the early bird. So the early bird code is, or promo is code CODE 50. Again, that is CODE 50 at checkout. Now, here's the other part about checkout. When you go to checkout, you have a pay later option. So there's no excuse. It's actually no excuse. You get the discount and you'll be able to pay later. Okay. So if you want to come, you guys can go ahead, check out the information all on the website. I don't have everything up in front of me right now. It's too much to share. You guys can just go and read sometime. It'll bless you. Uh, but we would love to have you guys there. It's going to be Saturday, October the 5th at 9 a.m., 9:30. I think it's 9:30. And I know you're like, that's so early on a Saturday. We have a lot that we want to share. Okay, we're going in depth, so we got to make sure we have to give time and grace to our speakers in order for them to pour. So if you want this rich information, tools that you can use, this is the summit for you. That is all that I have to share on tonight. In 2 weeks, I will have Desi, her husband, we will be on, and we'll be talking to him about what he's going to be presenting at the conference. He's going to be talking about fitness, for finances. And I know you cringing. Finance, oh my gosh, yes. We all have had a different experience when it comes to our fitness, or not fitness, our finance relationship. Okay, so we're going to be talking about finance before romance. And I hope y'all are ready because he blew us away back in March, and people were asking questions. I don't know how he was able to do it, but people were open to listening, to that. And I'm so grateful again for you both to be a part of this amazing movement that God is bringing together. Was there any last words you want to share to the ladies before we close out?
Just do not miss this opportunity to check out the summit, because honestly, it's very eye opening. And as she said, there's an array of speakers. So, of course, you got me, my husband, but there's going to be therapists and of all different backgrounds, and so many other people that are there to help you. We are there to help offer that education, that advice, and help open your eyes and your mind and your heart to other ways of doing things so you can be more mindful in your relationships. So don't miss out.
Yes, I love
You heard
it.
the code 50. Code 50.
Yes. So the promo code again is code 50. CODE 50. I will say 50, but I want to say 50. It's 50. So I get it wrong. Just somebody email me or blast me or cancel me. No. But thank you for being on, and I will see you guys on what is it? August. Oh my gosh, August the 16th is when we'll be on our next uh, candid conversation. That was wow. Yeah, it will be August 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. So you guys be blessed, and I'll talk to you all in my next video.